subdivided. Toshi, I don't know if you listened to the Soft episode, but we actually explicitly said this is an anti-Toshi Kawabe podcast.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So
I actually only saw that clip. Deserved. It's deserved. Trumpet player, and I mean, look at me. Come on.
Look at this
So
guy.
welcome to the FoMSCast. My name is Michael. I'm your Vice President of Advocacy, Accessibility, and Equity. And today I am here with...
I'm Jake Winkler. Do I have to give a little bio?
Yeah, why don't you give a little... yeah.
I'm fourth year mus ed, and I play the flute, among other things, but I mainly play the flute. Oh, and I'm in a band, Uncle Dirt Nap. Follow us on Instagram.
Hi, I am Sam Hansell. I'm in third year pop music, and I sing, I play guitar, a little bit piano, and I play in the London scene from time to time.
My name's Toshi. I play trumpet. I'm a third year music ed. I play mostly jazz, but a gig's a gig.
Money's money.
Yeah.
This is true. You play in church choirs sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. Church choirs,
Every once in a
salsa
while.
bands, jazz bands. If it pays.
If it pays, it pays. That's so real.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, today I just wanted to do a little episode about what it's like to kind of get into the London music scene. I know it can be hard for folks find music off campus. I mean, we have a million concerts a year here in the faculty that are all free, but there's also so much going on in the city, especially if you're a first year, that you should get out and see. And I just wanted to to have a conversation about that. I don't even know how to start this. I'm raw dogging it. What is your overall kind of experience been in music in London compared to compared to other cities, I guess?
Compared to other cities?
Or-
Well, I mean, this is for the first city I've ever lived in. I'm coming from a small town
guess,
where
yeah.
there's no music scene at all. I knew one dude in a band who I went to see sometimes, but yeah, I don't really. I mean, I guess I started going to shows just follow Stomp Box, following them on Instagram and seeing their posts. Be oh yeah, I'll go to that. Follow bands and stuff, and then they post about their gigs.
Yeah, I come from Hamilton before London, and oh my goodness, did you gag at that?
I would never.
Toshi made a little
I would
face.
never.
I mean,
Are you from Brampton?
kind of fair.
Hey,
Oh,
takes
that's
one to know
worse.
one. It
That's
takes
so
one
much
to know
worse.
one.
What would be a good answer?
There is no good answer.
Yeah.
Have to be somewhere out of Ontario.
Yeah. Only bad answers.
Only bad answers.
Only bad in Southern Ontario. There are only bad answers.
Yeah.
I kind of got into the seeing shows in the local scene by playing shows in the local scene, I guess, and then making friends with people who also play. And so I guess my point of reference would have been Hamilton, but even before coming to university, I wasn't playing a ton of shows. Maybe I'd played 3 or 4 in Hamilton. And so I got into the London scene by releasing an album kind of through the program, through this student-run record label at Western called Mistapes. And so that all kind of happened in first year, the recording and the writing and recording of it. And then at the beginning of my second year, I had my first show in London, which was at Poacher's through Stomp Box, which I think are absolutely a London music staple. And I think a lot of people, when they think of London, local London music, kind of not underground London music, but shows that are costing $10 or $15. It's Stomp Box is coming up in a lot of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Stomp Box. And Grogs, too.
And
Grogettes.
Grogs, of course.
That was good.
I feel when people think about concerts, just generally speaking, most people's first thought when thinking of concerts is these big arena shows, right? That cost so much money. I was at 21 Pilots the other weekend, and they're my favorite band ever, and I love them. I had a great time, but 2 tickets for the very last row of seats in the Scotiabank Arena, the absolute nosebleeds, 2 tickets cost me over $300.
Whoa.
And I still, don't get me
Wow.
wrong, I had a great time, but it's those kinds of shows are so expensive, and it's and people don't realize that there's so many different kinds of shows you can go to in London that do only cost you $10, $15, $20.
And you know what? Credit to London. Most of the bands are pretty good.
Yeah.
I think like I've been to very few shows where I'm like, damn, that was like ass. Sorry, I swore, but like that wasn't very good. Most of them, I'm having a really good time, and it's only like $10-15. No matter what you're seeing, like usually I go and I'm like, I don't know who is playing tonight, but I'm prepared for anything. Yeah.
And it's also, it's even like the venues, like, I mean, most of them are just like bars or like
Yeah,
those
get it
kind
to
of
a
places,
bar,
but
people. I guess first years,
if you're of age. Because again, I was at the Scotiabank Arena the other day. 2 bags of popcorn and a bottle of water. And sorry, 1 bag of popcorn, 2 bottles of water. How much that cost me? $30
Wow.
for popcorn and 2 waters.
You know, at Poacher's Arms, you could get like 3 beers for that, which is like way better than popcorn and water, I
Beer's
think.
$10.
That'd be
Yeah, it's like $8 or $9, I think,
yeah.
for a
usually get like
pint.
the $6-7 ones.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
Well, I don't know. I think I just like am kind of pretentious about the beer I drink because
You
I
get,
always
like,
go for
2
like local,
meals.
like craft.
You can get like 2 meals.
You
for
can get
that.
like 2 meals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also variety in London too, right, Toshi?
Yeah. There's a lot of like jazz and I don't know. There's all sorts of different stuff around. There's a pretty big salsa scene here for some reason. Sam would know. Sam's in the salsa band. But there's like all sorts of like Latin groups around, and a lot of really strong musicians as well. And like some of those are like paid stuff. Sorry, like you pay to get in. Some of them are like free or like I don't know, decently priced at least. But there's like a pretty big I guess range of that.
Yeah, well, because you got things like the Dundas like Street Fest thing,
Yeah.
where you just like the
Street salsa Friday nights, but not anymore because that was last Friday was the last one for the year. But
Oh.
in the summer,
So I remember, I think it was over the summer where I went. The Western Salsa Band, I think it was last summer, was playing, and it was free. You could just go. It's right downtown.
Yep.
And there's so many like cool places that are not even that far from campus. Like most of it's kind of Richmond Row area, right?
Yeah.
Like most of the kind of the main.
Or it's like a bus ride
venues.
away.
Or like
yeah.
Like what are
Yeah.
some of the main like venues or concert halls that you guys kind of frequent?
Poacher's Arms,
Poachers.
Sticks Out, Holy
That's a big
Diver.
one.
Holy Diver,
Grogettes.
Richmond Tavern, Grogettes.
Those are kind of like.
Palisade sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's Palisade. That's if
That's
you want
the
to
bowling
bowl and see.
And
Can
they I think
can you
all
bowl
of their
and watch the show at the same time?
I-
Yeah,
don't know, but I'd love to.
because it's
They
just
don't
right
shut it
there.
down to-
No,
Yeah.
yeah, you can bowl and
Oh
watch
my
the show.
goodness.
and
That's like
most of the
dream.
shows at Palisade are all ages. So
Yeah.
First year.
Yeah, Poachers and
And
Palisade
free.
shows tend to be the
Usually.
all ages ones,
Yeah.
but I feel like, yeah, Diver and Grogettes are 19 plus. I want to say.
Yeah.
There's a Market Lane as well, which you were talking about. That's where they do the salsa ones. They also do like a jazz concert series in the summer, and everything there is always free. So, it's,
And also, as Western students, we get free tickets to the London Symphonia as well.
Yeah, we do.
If you believe it or not, if you check your UWO email once in a while, Sasha usually sends out emails like you get free
I think I
tickets.
got
to
one
this.
a couple like weeks ago.
Yeah, and I
There's
think
to
there's
go.
one this Saturday for a trumpet player whose name eludes me. I know his first name's Adam, and his last name starts with a Z. but
one they're
that's all I
doing
know.
Tchaikovsky 6 as
Yeah,
well, I think.
they're doing that, and they're doing a premiere piece as well.
Also, when
Chicago.
we say this Saturday, it was actually
Sorry,
it's
yeah.
last Saturday when this comes out. It gets confusing.
But if you have a time machine, you can go back.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
see Adam. What's his name?
Yeah, Adam Z.
You
Adam
know,
Zed.
we have this
We have a time machine in FoMSC.
yeah.
That's crazy.
No way.
No, but our studio, like the tuba studio, has this like famous tuba soloist coming in to work with us. So he gets here on Monday the 21st. Can you guess which day I get back from New Orleans?
Tuesday the 22nd.
Tuesday the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm sad about that. But that was just a side tangent. What do you say?
Oh, I said the whole faculty hates you. They're out to get you.
No.
You specifically.
What? But I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's why. They're
Oh.
jealous.
Oh.
Dr. Watson would
Oh.
appreciate it.
He's such a New Orleans meat rider. Every time in band, he's like, "Man, you guys ever been to New Orleans?" And we're like, "No, we're broke and we're like 17, 18." And he goes, right, well, that's not how they play in New Orleans. And we're like, just tell us we suck, man. Jesus.
Did you just age yourself down by 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, what is that?
Hey. There's actually a lot of first years in the band this year.
Like first years this year?
Yeah,
Wow.
this year. There's like 7-ish, 7 or 8 of them, I think.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
A lot
Well, I
of them in
guess-
symphonic band too.
First years, that's where most of them are,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
actually.
Yeah, but there's like I feel like there's a
They're-
lot more this year.
I think there's a lot more first years in general.
Just like in
The
general.
incoming class was like 150 people, which is the largest it's like ever
Yeah.
been,
I know
ever.
the pop class was like huge. It was
There's
like
a
double
lot of
what it
pop kids this
usually
year,
is.
yeah.
It's good.
It is good. It's good to see the program rising.
Yeah,
I have a
there were,
question.
Like 10 flute players. Ask your question.
Is it New Orleans or New Orleans?
Watson always says New Orleans, but I don't know. Tomato.
You know what I've also noticed? Some people, and especially if they're from America, I don't know where in America, but they say, you know, like alto sax, they say like alto.
Oh,
It's like
that's
alto sax.
exactly Watson.
Yeah.
And he'll say, "Can I hear the piano and the guitar?" I'm like, "What? The what?"
Is it like a Midwest thing?
I don't know,
Do you
because
where
but I
Watson's
also
from?
heard like
was
that's
born in
how
Canada.
if you remember Jim Winchell from last year,
I love
he
Jim.
said alto too, like overpronounce,
Alto.
and I'm like
Alto.
I wonder where that comes from. Do you want to talk about kind of like the different types of venues that we have around London, maybe like the variety that we have? Because you know, I feel like, for example, Palisade is very different than Groget's, right? Like they're two very different types of venues.
Yeah. Everyone's looking at me for that
Come
one.
on, Jake.
I'm just looking
Uh,
at
I haven't
next.
actually
I'm,
been to Palisade. Have you been to Palisade?
I have not actually been
I've
to
been to
Palisade,
Palisade.
but
I used to
I'm
live
gonna go.
right next to Palisade.
Oh, I know. Heggie House.
I'm gonna
Um,
see Wine Problem.
I
you
will
know,
also be there,
Palisade.
but I will mostly be on the roller coaster simulator in the arcade.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
But I'll watch Wine Problem.
well, I have been to Palisade with you just for
Yeah.
bowling, though we weren't at a show.
I've been to one show at Palisade.
Mm.
It was pretty good.
Who was playing?
Paige Cash. She's in my year.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And Pop, she's a friend of mine.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, you just didn't answer the question at all.
Oh well, okay. I mean, like a lot of them were bars, like Holy Diver, Poachers, Richmond Tavern. You know, typical bar scene. Groget's is like just someone's living room, I guess.
Yeah, it's very DIY.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
DIY. Very like
Is
it's
it-
just a cool.
Is it like fully like someone actually lives
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
3 people live there. The thing that's really great about Grogs, and this is more for like if you're playing there rather than if you're just an audience member, but like any venue that I've had to like schedule or reach out to, like the bands are kind of the ones expected to bring the audience. Like if you've been overplaying in London and you play with a couple of other bands who've been overplaying in London, and then you book a Poacher show, like no one's coming to the Poacher show is kind of what it is. But like the Groget's crowd, because Grogs, they also kind of run in seasons. Like they don't run
Yeah.
from like January to March, and they also don't run for like a significant portion of the summer, and they have like 1 or 2 shows a week. Like they just have a crowd. Like in like June or something, I played there with my band from Hamilton, Superstar Crush, and there's the plug, and we played with a band from Ottawa and a band from Halifax, so there was no local support. Like I was kind of local support, but not really, because like everyone that I knew went home for the
Yeah.
year as well, like almost everyone I knew, but the place was still like packed, because like there's like they have their own community there. Like if there's a show at Grogs, we're gonna go. So
yeah, it's really awesome.
that's my favorite thing about
My story to attest to Grogs has a real like scene is I went to a noise set like last Monday.
And what
And
is a noise
It's
set?
noise music, so it's just kind of like using like synths and I don't know, literally like anything. The guy who headlined it was this dude from Japan, who just solo snare drum. He just like had.
Oh, I saw videos of that.
Yeah, it's
That was
nuts.
terrible.
No,
Sorry, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
it's like I didn't think it was for me, but seeing it live, I was like, this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I kind of loved it. And it was on a Monday night, and it was still like they filled the room up with people, which was awesome. And it was just like a crazy performance, and it was just a good time. And yeah, I feel like anywhere else, like I don't think on a Monday night
Yeah.
for a noise set
Could
anybody's
fill
coming
up.
out for that.
I don't know if that'd be for me either. Low key, contemporary music, I can't do it, man.
I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it was cool.
I think it's. I mean, I definitely think there's skill and talent involved. I wouldn't be able to recreate it, but I don't know if the.
This guy was nuts at the snare drum, and he's just like kind of like beating the shit out of it. Sorry to swear again. My bad. But like really, I feel like that's the only way to describe it. It was good and good show.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I feel like Grogs is like kind of a London staple.
Grogs is
Like,
absolutely
it's
London.
kind
Is
of-
that we say that's one of your
it's kind
favorites?
of probably like one of the best.
And it hasn't been around long. I think they're only like in their second year season right now.
Yeah, they're not like very old.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit out of the way.
It is a little out of the way, but you know,
Where
So
like whereabouts is it?
it's like southeast side. Like
I don't know how specific we can get because they
yeah.
are like a DIY venue.
I
but
don't want to
it's,
like blow them up, but yeah, southeast.
Yeah.
far from Western University.
Far
It's
from
like a
Western
it's like a
University.
a couple buses.
That's a two bus.
It's a
Yeah,
two-busser.
It's a two-busser.
It's
Yeah.
a two buser.
Although, you know what, actually doesn't say that much because, again, I used to live right by Palisade. I don't live there anymore, so I used to live on Elizabeth Street. I live far from it now, so I can dox myself. And that's like a 6-minute drive from Western, but that's still a two-busser
yeah.
to get to school. It took like
Maybe it's a 3 or
45
4
minutes.
buser. I don't know.
Also, if you want to know where Grogs is and if you're interested to come to a show, like hit up me or Sam because we can actually give you the
like
we
DM
can
anyone.
or
I
DM
also
the
know where
Grog
this
Gets
is.
Instagram account and they
Yeah,
can
they
tell
have
you.
an
I've
Instagram.
also been there.
It just can't be
Yeah.
recorded. Yeah.
We just can't leak it.
Yeah, we're not.
So you got to know.
Yeah,
Can I say I want to? Here's my not beef, but the one thing I find with a lot of like advertisements for like those punk kind of shows, I was thinking specifically of the one like a lot of the ones that I see on Instagram from bands from here. I don't want to like call anyone specifically. Is they use that font that I can never read. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I know.
That like
I know the exact poster you're talking about, actually.
It's not like the death metal font, is it? Or what?
could you like pull it up on your phone? I
It's
really
my
don't know
phone's
what you're talking
recording.
about.
It's a little scribbly. I
Do
know
you
what
look
you're
it up on
talking
my
about.
phone?
yeah. Here, I'm gonna look up on your phone. Toshi, talk about something.
Does it look like blood veins or something?
Phil Time.
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it does. And it's like I understand like you're going for a theme, but it's also like I still need to know who's playing. I still
Yeah.
need to know what time this is, where this is. I understand you're going for an aesthetic, but it's like,
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Stuff's
That
got to get done, you know.
yeah.
I see that a lot. I
I
mean,
feel like I
maybe-
read that okay. Not good, but
I can't
It's
read it.
legible
Me personally, I
a
can't
little
read
bit.
I
it.
think more like punk posters, like you can step away from like the black and white every now and then. Like throw
Yeah.
some like rainbows and kittens in there. Make it like warm and inviting.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like a lot of the art for some of the posters in.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, they
London.
do some really good art.
I really can't stand it when I see a poster. I'm like, yo, you used AI for this.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I cannot stand it.
All those like recital posters.
Oh.
From last,
Like-
that was such
like
like a
there's
trend
so
last year.
many.
Why is the pianist have like
7 fingers.
7 fingers, and why is he like 2 clarinets at once?
yeah,
like
yeah,
what?
exactly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Have you seen the stuff that the ads on the TVs in like the music building or something? There's one that's like for like a Halloween concert or something, and there's like this red strip at the bottom that has like vague like I don't even know what to say it is, but it just looks so AI. Like they're like black squiggles that kind of resemble bats, or maybe it's supposed to be like a cemetery gate, but
I
like
haven't seen this.
I actually
I'm
don't
not
know what
seeing
you're
it, so
talking
keep my
about.
eye out.
it's like
If it's for a Halloween concert, it's definitely like an orchestra poster, which is so.
Oh, yeah,
funny.
it's definitely
no,
for
I think it's an
orchestra.
orchestra poster for a Halloween concert that is so clearly AI because I cannot tell what it's supposed to be, and it looks so computer generated.
Oh.
Is that better or worse than like the opera posters that just have the really close up of a guy's face looking horrified?
Oh, and
Do you
it's
remember
the
that
same
from-
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Well, it's the same guy for every poster. That's like the same photo. I know what you're talking
You
about.
know
Is it
what I
like
mean?
clip art of an opera singer or
No,
something?
no,
What's
it's
the-
like a photo of a guy, like a student here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Oh.
but it's like really close up, and I'm like,
It's
oh,
just scary. I don't know. Western music maybe be a little bit better about the promotion materials.
oh my god! Every time Western music posts something on their stories or on their like social medias, they degrade the quality by like
They
lot.
do.
It's so
or they
funny.
put like I love the people in the promotions office because I work with them a lot for like different things. They're super nice people, but yeah, for some reason, remember they post on Instagram, the quality goes down. 'Cause I remember they posted a picture of the softs, and it was like the color grading got all weird, and I'm just like. Also, Karen was perfectly cropped out of that photo, and it's kind of funny.
Poor Karen.
It was just Karen too. Like
Yeah.
everyone else was in the photo.
Toshi, what kind of like, I don't know, what venues do you frequent? Because these two, would you say like you mostly go to like kind of punk shows?
Yeah, mostly.
Generally speaking.
A lot of stuff I go to is the free stuff because I'm broke. But
Real.
like Poacher's Arms is nice because, well, like the owner's really chill. Shout out Nino, but Market Lane's pretty cool when they've got stuff going on. You just have to be a little careful of the weather because it's outside. So
Yeah.
Richmond Tavern has some like pretty diverse players come out. I know Hein from the school goes out there with like a Latin jazz group. I think Dr. D'Souza, First Year Theory, love D'Souza, goes out there with a trio. Wolf Hall downtown.
Oh yeah, Wolf Hall's great.
They do a
gonna
lot of
say.
jazz stuff there, a lot of big band stuff.
That's the
specifically.
one that's connected to the library.
Yeah, it's in the library.
on Dundas Street. Yeah, and they do a lot of big band performances there. I think like the school's big band is doing like 2 or 3 shows there this year. But there's other local bands that go as well, like Big Bandemic, London Jazz Orchestra.
Isn't there a big band in London that's like Dr. Thompson and like a bunch of
that's,
people's
London,
parents?
Yeah, London
Yeah.
Jazz Orchestra, LJO. Paul Stevenson, Dr. Thompson, Hines in that group, I think. I'm forgetting his name. The guy that used to teach the woodwinds class, DeLuca. Ralph DeLuca's in there, I think. Quinn's dad, Quinn Jameson, the percussionist. Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
a lot of like, I don't want to say old timers, but they're like
They've been around for a while.
they've been around, and they're really really good. I got the opportunity to sub with them once. It was terrifying, and I was subbing for Paul Stevenson, who's always on lead trumpet, and he's like screaming. He's playing like double C's up there, and I'm like, I'll sing it. I can't play it, but I'll sing it. But no, they do stuff at like Wolf Hall. They do God, other places are eluding me, but they've played outside as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I definitely like when I think about London. Maybe that's just because this is where my friends are, but I think the two kind of biggest concerts you can go to are like jazz and punk shows. Like I think those are the biggest.
Yeah, I think there's pretty
Correct me if
big
I'm wrong,
punk scene.
right?
There's like
Like-
a lot of
There's a
bands
lot
out
of
there.
punk.
Yeah.
And I feel like most bands that I hear about, anyways. Again, maybe this is just because pretty much I had such a hard time trying to figure out like who to get on this podcast because I could ask a lot of people, but they all go to punk shows,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great because it shows how like involved the community is with that scene. But I was trying to get some variety.
I guess in terms of other venues, there's like,
What else
I
is
mean,
there?
Rum Runners,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say,
they're
yeah,
they're
those Rum
kind of more punk
Punk
leaning. And then Marconi Club does a few things, mostly fundraiser and like hosting events. But
Right.
those are events, I guess.
What's the venue with that has like the London Underground logo? Which one is that?
That's Poachers, right?
Is that Poachers?
has-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Poachers.
Again, I'm confused.
London Music Hall. They do
Yeah.
a lot of fundraiser events as well.
Yeah.
Aeolian. They do a
Oh
few
yeah,
things.
Aeolian is I saw Haley Hendricks and Tim Baker play there last year. I feel like that's a good like. That's a sitter. That's one where you sit for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that wouldn't be a punk one. You would get more
A lot
folk
more of the
type
jazz
stuff.
folk
And,
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Also
like
for
a $40 ticket kind of place.
Yeah, for like London Music Hall, they usually do like more mid, I guess, sized bands.
Yeah.
A lot of Canadian. I've seen like Dirty Nil
Yeah.
Pup, And that's like $30-$40 range. Or you can go to Budweiser Gardens where that's where they do the big stuff. Like Billy Talent was here last year, I think.
I think just Boogie with a Hoodie was
Yeah.
here recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Noah Khan was here last year. I went to
yeah.
that.
remember that.
1975 we're here last year. Queens of the Stone Age.
Which I'm always like, when the big ones like that, they have like London, Ontario on their tour date. I'm like, what? Why?
I kind of get it though, because they're gonna hit up Toronto. Hamilton's bigger than London, but it's so close to
It's so
Toronto.
close to
There's
Toronto.
no point. And also, I think Cops is undergoing renovation, or First
Yeah.
Ontario Centre, whatever it's called. But you can make a pretty good line from Toronto to London to
And then
Detroit,
Detroit,
and they're all
yeah.
2 hours apart. So
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it.
I kind of get it.
And
I'm grateful that they show up. 'Cause, like,
yeah, don't get me
honestly,
wrong.
like, if you're living in Ontario and you want to go to a concert in Canada, you're probably going to
You're probably
Toronto.
going to Toronto.
Or you can make the drive out to Montreal sometimes. But there's not many shows outside of Toronto for like bigger bands.
Which it is nice to get some in London too, because
It is.
yeah, like you said, Toronto, and even like I mentioned earlier, I can only go to Scotiabank Arena so many times, guys.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
expensive. And when they're all owned by like MLSE or whatever, it's. Have you guys been to any Knights games? London
I've been
to
Knights
one.
Games? Been to one?
We lost.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to go to that. I like hockey, but I have trouble keeping up with it.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people go just because like, you know, they have like cheap beer, I guess. Cheap beer, and you
Well.
get to watch people fight each other on the ice. No,
Awesome.
cheap.
cheap.
Cheap,
How cheap
for
can
like
it be?
stadium.
I guess
Uh,
that's true.
More expensive than a bar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like stadium pricing, so. But not as bad as like Scotiabank, so. Anyway.
I will say, like, I think I'm very grateful that London has such a popular live music scene, because, you know, I come from Burlington, Ontario, where we don't have a lot of that really at all. There really is no music scene in Burlington, and you know, it's nice to like even just like go out to a bar with your friends to like even just to get a drink or get food, and then there's a live band playing, you know, whatever that may be, because. And there's so many options too. I mean, there are some that like you go to, I don't know, like Cabe's for example, and it's just like a really bad DJ.
Yeah.
But you can go to like all the other places you mentioned, and there's probably almost always there's always something going on somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Molly Bloom's does a few like pop based kind of shows, like pop
true.
R&B kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the Juice Joint does a lot of stuff around London, don't they?
Yeah. Museum London. They played Sunfest. Love
Sunfest. That's
Oh
a,
yeah.
that's a
Sunfest.
big one.
Yeah.
I'm always
Sunfest
out of
was
town
dope.
for that.
You want to talk about what Sunfest is?
Yeah,
For you who don't
sure.
know?
It's just like this big music festival that London does. It's probably like their main attraction, honestly, for like, I think is their biggest attraction through the year. I think, and they've got like all sorts of different music. They got all sorts of different like vendors out there, and it's like a whole weekend event, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. Usually happens in the summer. And yeah, you got all sorts of different groups there. You get like there was this Latin group from Montreal who came all the way to London, which I mean they were great, so I was happy, but I was confused. They got like Juice Joint, which is like very how would I describe them?
How would you describe Juice Joint? I don't even know.
Like
good.
jazz inspired hip hop, I guess. I don't know. They had some like some lighter bands like pop-ish kind of groups.
It's very like jazz, and
Yeah.
they marked it as like jazz and world of music. I don't like saying world of music. That feels like such an outdated term.
Well, it is really yeah.
I guess
just
like, just like non-Western music.
Yeah. But it's really great. They've got all sorts of different stuff going on there. They got different there's like 5 different stages, I think. That's
Something like that.
And they've all got different groups going on all day every day there during the festival.
And it's free.
And it's free, which is really dope. Yeah.
I gotta say Sunfest, because so again, I'm from Burlington. We have something called the Sound of Music Festival,
Oh yeah.
which brands itself as the largest free music festival in Canada. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they always say. And I like Sunfest way more because they use Victoria Park, which is this big open space, whereas a Sound of Music in Burlington, they just use Spencer Smith Park, where it's just kind of like a strip basically, and it's very clogged. There's a lot of traffic.
I would liken Sunfest almost to TD Jazz Fest in Toronto, but TD's kind of spread out a bit across a few different blocks, and it's like in Toronto, so there's like buildings and crap
There's
everywhere.
Buildings,
Yeah,
as there tend to be in Toronto.
Unlike in London, where there's no buildings.
There are no buildings in London.
Forest City,
Forest City,
it's
baby.
Forest, Richmond Row, and Western University. That's
and the
it.
Thames,
And the Thames,
of
yeah.
course. But there's like it's a really nice layout because it's just like this park. You're right, like you said, it's just this park downtown. It's like it's really cool. They hold a bunch of different events there, like non-music events as well throughout the year. They just did was it Lucky Lion Festival or something like that downtown down there.
What's that?
It's like an Asian food fest.
Oh yeah, I went to that.
Oh, that's at Victoria Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
did,
ate a squid there.
Yeah, I think.
Was
it
it
good?
was it good?
It was good.
I dissected a squid once.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I think they did Rib Fest there in the summer as well. Well, they do a lot of food events there. Just occurring to me now.
People love food.
This is true. Yeah.
Did you guys see any ad? I thought I saw an ad that Nickelback was playing in London.
Yeah. I was. They had a Rock in the Park Fest, I think was what you're thinking of, at Hyde Park, and I didn't go to it. I was like looking at potentially getting tickets earlier on, because the big headliner was Neil Young and Crazy Horse, which is insane. That's awesome.
Damn.
But then I heard that like shortly before the festival, some of the members of Crazy Horse got COVID, and so Neil Young and Crazy Horse could not play, and instead they replaced him with Bryan Adams. Wah, wah, wah. I would be really disappointed if I had gotten tickets and then they replaced Neil Young with Bryan Adams. That would be the biggest letdown of the century.
Yeah.
But they had like a hip hop day at Rock in the Park as well that had like, I think Nas was there.
Really?
And, like,
Damn. When was this?
Sean Kingston.
It was in like August or July or whatever.
Oh man, I missed out. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, they actually had like crazy big artists at this thing.
Wow.
That's because imagine getting a call from manager and like, hey, I want to go to London. Of course. No, London, Ontario. Oh. How much are they paying?
Yeah.
I mean, Western, we don't get huge artists, but lately we've been starting to kind of get not unknown names.
You got T-Pain.
We got T-Pain.
Ava Max.
Ava Max.
I had actually have never heard of Ava
Yeah, I had
Max
to Google
before.
it.
Yeah, but,
I
you know,
don't
like-
who that is.
All of the kings and the queens on the... You ever listen to the radio?
Oh,
Probably not.
she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. Come on, you know.
Maybe? Like,
Ugh.
I don't really.
He's got a couple songs.
Um,
T-Pain was a big. I feel like that was a big grab.
T-Pain, I think, yeah.
Tell us why you hate T-Pain.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, give us your beef with T-Pain.
Didn't you already do that in the last
I
episode?
done it two episodes ago. I talked about this. But I'll
Recurring bit.
happily talk about it again. So basically, two things I didn't like. His concert was just mid. Because T-Pain doesn't really have his own music. Like, he does, but he only is famous for like the one or two of his own songs. The rest of what he is known for is like features on other big hits, right?
Yeah.
That's like most of what he's known for, is being on other artists' tracks. And so he would be, on the main stage, like I don't know, DJing, I guess, if you can even call it that, playing these songs that he's on, and when it got to his part, he would just kind of stop the music and just go like that. And I'm like, bro,
I think, Sam, you should do that.
like you got one job. You can't sing your own part to the song. It's all you have to do. And then my other beef is that I like said we opened for him, in reality, there was like a 2-3 hour window between when I played and when T-Pain were on stage.
Yeah,
but
put that on the resume though. Like open for T-Pain.
I opened for T-Pain.
You know.
But when we did sound check, so sound check for the softs was, I don't know, I'm throwing a ballpark time. Let's say it was like 2:30. Okay.
Yeah.
And we didn't go on until probably closer to 8. That whole time we had to sit backstage because T-Pain security said nobody goes in or out.
Whoa.
So we did our sound check and we had to sit there the entire time. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's Michael.
Yeah.
But like, and there were no chairs. It was the bright hot sun. The first years were with us. It was, and we were not to leave it for any reason.
That is terribly organized. Oh my god.
And T-Pain didn't even come out to say hi, not once. He was just in his little
T-Pain.
trailer. So that's my
didn't
big
get a trailer. Where was your trailer?
That's what I'm saying. Where's my trailer?
Where's the Michael Heggie trailer?
Is it just down the street from the music building? Yes, but where's my trailer? That's my beef with T-Pain. But we also got who did we get last year at the
year before T-Pain?
No, it wasn't for O Week. It was just for a concert.
Nav?
It was Nav. Yeah. Yeah.
Nav. Who? What do you mean who? He's from Brampton, right? This is your guy. Isn't he from
I
Brampton?
don't know who
Brampton
Nav is.
sucks.
He's like a somewhat big name. He's not huge, but
He's the next Drake.
I'll be
He's the
honest.
next Drake.
Well,
Ooh.
I don't
maybe
know if that's a
I
compliment.
don't know if that's good anymore. When I first saw the poster, I thought it was Nas, and I was like, "No way!" I misread
Yeah.
it. I was like, "No, they got Nas for this." They got
you're
someone
right. No way.
playing soon. I think it's Virginia to Vegas, which like they had that one song about 10 years ago. So
Oh. Wow.
that was like,
They need to get Pitbull.
we could be heroes, ooh, me and you.
Western have
Nothing.
like really good discounted tickets for the A Boogie concert.
Yes,
at
they did
Budweiser.
through the USC. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You could
beautiful.
get good deals. Actually, I don't know if you guys know this story. I also don't know if it's true. Someone told me that, and I believed them, so I keep saying it like it's true.
Grain of salt.
But in what was it? So Western used to have this thing called Purple Fest, right? Which was basically this big, huge, like outdoor concert they would have, and it stopped kind of when COVID started, I think. So before our time. But do you guys remember when A$AP Rocky was in prison in Sweden?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get home. It's been a rocky week. Get home ASAP. ASAP.
Yeah,
Legendary
yeah.
Donald Trump was
tweet.
trying to allegedly the night Rocky was supposed to play at Western, and the night before he's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm in prison in Sweden."
Oh.
That's so funny.
Apparently. So
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, "That's crazy." Like we used to get pretty big names like
Western knows how to pick them.
Who are some past artists for Western before Loud Luxury? That was my frosh year.
Who?
Loud Luxury.
They
I don't
also just have like that one song.
Bodies.
I don't know. I didn't show up to the concert.
was
I
ours
didn't show up to
in
Obi.
our
It was
first
Two
year?
Friends.
Who?
Exactly, bro.
Friends.
Yeah.
They were called.
Wow.
They were named Two Friends, and they were just really bad DJs because it.
Oh yeah,
They-
I remember. Because I didn't go to that because I was like, DJs like no thanks. I'm good.
I heard it because I was in Delhi, so I
yeah.
heard it. And I was walking around too doing other things with my friends at the time, but it really just sounded like they were just pressing play on an iPod. Like they didn't feel like there was much DJing going on. They were
Yeah.
just playing tracks and letting the crowd sing.
Sounds like a pretty sweet gig. You
That
just get
was
up
the
on
Loud Luxury
stage,
vibe as
just
well,
like hit play on the iPod, collect like $1,000.
Get paid a lot of money
Yeah.
for it.
Way more, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's my scope for a lot of money is $1,000. That's how broke I am.
Should we start a GoFundMe for Drake?
Just
Raise
just
$1,000.
for money.
Yeah.
FoMSCast is raising money for Jake Winkler to get
Pay my
money.
rent.
Pay rent.
Yeah.
God, that's so real. I got paid an honorarium for being on LST for Soffing. I was like,
Awesome.
sweet, rent money.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that we've only been going only been going up in terms of like popularity, which is interesting. Because like I mean, you could argue T-Pain is bigger than Ava Max, and generally, I would agree.
Yeah.
But talk about who's more relevant in
Yeah.
2024.
I mean, I heard that people were like moshing to Ava Max.
They
and, like,
were, and I was
jumping
like, this is a
around and
little
stuff.
much.
Does she have
So-
relevance, or did she have like a couple songs and kind of?
I think she's had a few big hits. She has somewhat of a following because she still actively releases music. Like T-Pain was like very early 2000s, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whereas Ava Max, I would say it was more popular in like kind of 2018, 19,
Yeah.
like pre-COVID pop music kind of thing. But she still like releases music. She has somewhat of a following. I think the first years were into it anyways.
Very good for them.
Which I guess is what matters,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Well, I mean, they're the only ones allowed in there. So.
It's funny because the amount of people you get that, like for T-Pain, there were just so many people that were just standing like right outside of the LSI Fields. Because I mean, it's still a free T-Pain concert.
Still a free T-Pain concert.
Thinking about the drag show in a week this year, and they were like, "Oh yeah, 1 second, she's just gonna come on. She's just taking a hit off her vape."
Like,
We're like,
smoke-free
"Smoke-free
campus!
smoke-free campus."
campus!
If you're legal, go take a shot of tequila.
Dry
all
all
week. Dry all week.
That was kind of silly of them.
That's great. I, for one, have never smoked on campus.
Can't use that.
Cut out the wing.
Yeah, get out the way.
Oh wait, no, it's just because they're Jake Winkler.
Yeah.
Not a wing.
Oh. Yeah.
They actually follow every sentence up with a wink. Have
I
you noticed?
actually, if you watch really closely, I do.
Is that why, like, you know how, like, surnames, like, how you got your surname was just, like, your occupation, like, a blacksmith? Your last name was Black?
Yeah.
Are
Is
you
that,
saying
is that...
his family
Well, mine
occupation
is-
was winking?
Yes, that is exactly what
Well,
I'm
no,
saying.
mine last name's Dutch, and I think it just means like my ancestors owned like a general store or something.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Last time I looked up my last name, the closest translation I could find was Alone.
Oh,
So-
Michael alone.
Michael.
Not anymore.
Alone.
Not anymore.
We're here now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not anymore.
It's okay. Mine means like by the riverside.
That's nice.
Yeah,
What's fun?
yeah.
Kawabe.
Beautiful.
My brother's first name means firstborn son. So my
I guess that
brother
makes
and
sense.
my dad and my grandfather all have the same name, and it's Kazuya, which
Little
means
Buddha?
literal. Don't you even. Do not you even. My brother has this stupid stage name, and he goes by Little Buddha, and he got this
That's
stage
great.
name from a seven-fingered guru he met in a park.
Oh,
And I don't
hell
mean
yeah.
that one hand had 7 fingers. I mean he lost 3 fingers somehow. And anyway, and one time I went to go move my brother, and we pull up to the house, and it's me and my mom, and we knock on the door, and we're like, "Oh, is Kazu here?" And they're like, "Who? Kazuya. Who? The guy with dreadlocks? Oh, you mean Little Buddha?" I'm like, "You didn't tell them your name?
This
You
is.
only told them your stage name?"
That's awesome.
That's hard.
That's actually I never knew that. That's crazy.
You
Little
didn't know-
Buddha.
Oh, you should see that.
Shout out
After
Little
this,
Buddha.
we'll pull up the Instagram. It's
Hell
crazy.
Yeah.
What does
That's crazy.
does Toshi mean anything significant?
He means like shooting star or something like that.
You're my
Nice.
shooting star.
Thank you.
Wow, that's so romantic.
What about Hansel?
Ham.
Oh,
What about ham?
There's the Hansel and Gretel reference. There's the Zoolander reference.
Oh yeah.
My middle name is Weissam.
He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now, yeah. My middle name is Weissam, which is also like my Chinese name, and so that one I think means magnificent forest. We have these very like pastoral,
Very poetic.
natural.
It's from
Oh, you got the reverse sandwich, because I got the white sandwich on Asian names, and then you got the Asian sandwich on white names.
What's your middle name?
Robert William?
Robert William. Yeah.
Bobby
yeah.
Kawabe.
Legally, I am
Toshi
Bobby
Robert
Kawabe.
William Kawabe.
Yeah.
And then I've got Sam Weiss and Hansel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how it goes.
yeah.
Wow.
That's from like the Bible. It's
So
Michael.
is Sam, I think.
Oh yeah, probably. But not Sam. Is it Sam or Samuel?
I think
Like,
it's
I'm not
Samuel.
because I'm only Sam.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where Jake comes from? Is that a Bible
Jacob.
thing?
Comes from your
Jacob.
mom.
Yeah, it comes from my mom.
I guess that makes sense, don't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, music scene.
Yeah.
Music scene?
What would this always happens. And last week, Nat and I spent like 5 minutes talking about morgues on cruise ships.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, like how they have to put all the bodies in the ice cream when they have the ice cream party on the cruise ships.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
too many people died on it, and they got to put them in the
Awesome.
ice cream freezer. It's awesome.
I'd say, like, if I died on a cruise ship, toss me overboard.
Okay.
Oh, you'd want
Send me back to
Necessarily.
the ocean.
Back to the ocean?
Back to the ocean.
Where he came from.
Where it came from.
Are you a sea monster?
Anyway, music
Yeah.
scene. Music scene.
Who do you say is your favorite like group or artist to go see in London?
Superstar
If you
Crush.
have one.
We're from Hamilton.
Yeah, but close enough, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Fully thought you were going to go in for a little kiss there. It was weird.
Oh, it's
You want
my
me to
turn.
next? Yeah.
Wine Problem is awesome.
They're
Classic.
pretty dope.
Pretty dope. Juice Joint's also really fire, and like a type of music that I feel like we don't get a lot in
Yeah.
London. There's Avenoir.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about other
Los
Other favorites.
Gancitos.
Los Gancitos, the salsa band.
The Western
Oh,
University
yeah.
Salsa
The
Band.
Western University salsa band, exactly. Those are definitely some faves. I'm trying to think of other like London show, because that's the thing. A lot of the time when you see a London show, it'll be like one or two of the bands are from London, and then the other band is
Or just
from
like,
somewhere
if
else.
there are
Yeah.
bands that frequent London
That
anyhow.
frequent London.
Or just like,
I'll say, well, I guess they're on hiatus indefinitely right now, but Mall Crimes.
Yeah.
That was the first ever show I went to
Really?
at Poachers was Mall Crimes, and Avonor was playing too.
Oh, nice.
And they were really great. Did a good job. And I bought Mall Crimes vinyl there too, so I have that in my house.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and I think they're a very good band. You can
The
find them
Thieves
on.
didn't take that one.
No, they didn't take any of my CDs. Thank God. But they
say you
took
had
all
a-
of my clothes.
all your clothes.
Yeah.
Did you want to?
For context, my
share that
house got
story?
robbed last year during the Christmas break.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they didn't
took my
take. Didn't they,
clothes.
they didn't even take like that many valuables.
Not really.
They just took your clothes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your band shirts, right?
Yeah, mostly like
That is
band
rough,
shirts that
though.
I collected over the years, and like sweaters and a couple pairs of pants too, I think.
That's really the valuable stuff.
Didn't they also
Yeah.
take your laundry, like the whole basket?
Oh yeah, my laundry bag. I'm guessing that's where they put them all when they took
Probably.
them. But I was like, damn, where am I gonna put my dirty laundry now?
Because it's one thing to like if it were like t-shirts that like you just like got like this, right? Like that's whatever. Go to Old Navy and get a new one. But like the ones that you collected, like from
Yeah.
like, that you can't really get. That's
It's too bad. Gone forever.
hey, but you got
I
a
got
Sam Hansell.
This was actually a free gift from Sam Hansell after I got robbed.
I had to help you. These those the
I'm very
collection.
grateful.
Oh, of course. Anything.
Yeah.
Me personally, I paid $20 because I like Sam Hansell that much.
I insisted, and then Sam refused me many times.
It's because you paid to begin with, and then
Oh yeah.
because you paid for the first one that got stolen, and so I felt that.
Secretly, they actually
to-
didn't take the first Sam Hansell shirt, so now Jake actually's got two. And
Yeah.
one was
I
free.
don't know what this benefit. How this benefit the exact.
This year
same
I'm gonna be
one.
like, Sam, I got robbed again. Can I have another
You're
free
trying to make
shirt?
your whole like wardrobe.
If,
Just
Yeah.
if Sam makes it big, they're just gonna start selling them for like $100.
Yeah. Vintage 2020 Sam Hansell. Y2K.
I like the eyeball shirt.
Thank you.
That's the one I have.
Nice.
I like this one. It's just like a scary tower.
Yeah.
Scary little
I like that
lamppost
one,
tower.
too.
Towers are scary.
I feel like it's just like I always kind of saw it as like this big mega structure and
Oh,
like
yeah.
some kind of like scary post-apocalyptic world.
I think I might
some
be reading
reason.
into it.
I think it's
Jake's
like just
created a
like a
whole
cool
world around
design.
Oh.
I like
Also,
Sam's like writing this down.
yeah.
This is exactly what I meant to do.
Yeah. It's a nice shirt. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
glad.
My only gripe with it is that I've worn it so much
I noticed.
that
Oh, yeah, I
it's,
saw
like,
yours.
It's starting to fade a bit.
No.
And I'm like,
I was like,
I gotta get a new one.
in my, I guess
Is that
makes
planned?
sense
You got
that it's-
planned obsolescence in your
Yeah.
shirts?
I realized that
Sam Hansell and Apple.
I realized that how thin the lines are at some parts of this one, because I feel like the eyeball one has thicker lines
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
would not wear so easily. So that
No,
was
it's cracking a little
what
bit.
happens when it's your first time around printing
Hey.
shirts and you don't think about that.
I just got to take care of it. I think I usually let this one air dry because I don't want it to crack as much.
Yeah.
Toshi's looks well loved.
Yeah,
Well
it is.
loved.
I'm glad.
So
Just like you.
where did you like get the shirts from? Like, is it like, I've never looked at tags. Like, is it Gildan or?
The shirts are Gildan, and then the printing was done by a guy in Brantford.
Cool. Who did the design for it?
That design, I did the initial design, and then my roommate Cleo kind of took that and then did their version of it.
Cool.
Cleo did the cover art for that album, right?
I did the cover art for the
Oh,
album.
okay.
Cleo did
I lied.
some of the cover art for some of the maybe one of the singles leading up to it, but I did the cover art, for the album art. That was
Cool.
Collage
Collage?
magazine
Yeah.
clipping kind of thing.
Nice. Nice. Very Dead Kennedys.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of collage stuff.
Oh, nice.
Also, I really do like that album cover.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
good.
it's a very good
Thank
album
you.
cover.
Thank you.
The teeth.
The teeth.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you guys have any shows lined up that you're going to see? Any plans coming up?
I'm playing 11 concerts in November.
Wow.
God.
But they're all school ensembles. Technically, I'm actually
Jeez.
playing 13 concerts in November, but 2 of them are theater western shows. I'm playing Cabaret, which you're in. You would know.
I am in that.
I found out all the dates because I'm in the jazz combo at school. I found out all the concert dates, and we only have ones for November booked so far, but there's 7 of them in November, and one of them conflicts with Cabaret.
Sorry, and this is
So,
for jazz?
for combo.
Oh, for combo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but but they pay. So, well, not the one that conflicts with Cabaret, but
Well,
it
does pay cabaret.
yeah.
So.
Except for it, I think it'll balance out because I'm getting someone to sub for me.
Yeah.
It's Mike. I love Mike.
Oh, Mike's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Mike's
What a
in.
goat. Anyway, Mike is subbing for me, but I'm like paying Mike to sub for me. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna balance out to
To
like
get a net
nothing.
neutral.
Yeah. But 11 concerts
Oh,
Wow.
in November.
7 combo concerts in
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, but they're not all in London. There's like Aurelia.
That
and, like
is crazier.
that one's the unpaid one.
Oh.
For Aurelia?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
crazy.
So, because combo's a course here at West.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Are you expected to get there yourself? How
I
does
think
that
we're
work? So,
carpooling,
like,
but I
but like in theory.
in theory yes, I think. But I drive, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I do have to email Dr. R about it actually because I'm skipping her class conducting on that day, which is
Uh-oh.
kind of terrifying. I
Would not recommend skipping that class.
well, listen.
I mean,
like,
you gotta,
I'm telling
but
her a
I'm
month
just-
in advance, and it's for another class. So if
She'll
she
probably
doesn't like it,
forget.
take it up with Watson. So
I actually missed conducting this morning.
Yeah, I know you weren't
I
there.
overslept.
You know how many times Dr. R said,
where's
I wish I had a Barry sax player, or like
Playing
I was
today?
planning on having a Barry sax player here today to do this. Yeah,
Oh,
low key.
sorry, Dr. R. If you're
So-
seeing this. Probably not, but
No, you should show Dr. R just to show how regretful.
I do
it
feel
was.
bad. I just overslept.
You should get Dr. R on the
If
If I'm being so,
FoMSCast.
if I'm being so honest, I woke up this morning at 9:45 and I was like, do I?
You do.
And then I did end up going, but I
Also,
strongly
you guys have
consider
low
not going.
brass. Why do you need Barry sax that bad?
There's no tuba player, Jake.
Yeah, you
I'll
got
do
like
So you understand that trombone's a tenor voice. We
Yeah.
had no bass.
I'm usually just doubling your part though.
No, you're not. You're doubling the tuba part.
Okay.
Do you even look at like scores?
Yeah, I look at my score.
And I'm willing to bet in your score, Barry sax is doubling the tuba part.
I'm just doubling like horn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, enough about conducting.
Enough about conducting.
enough about Dr. R.
Don't skip class. That's the moral of the story. It's the
Yeah,
the
don't
official
skip class.
FoMSCast
Just go to
position
class.
is go to class.
Go to class.
unless you don't want to, but you are paying to go here.
Yeah, if you don't go to that, you are just kind of wasting money.
I know. I think about that every time I sleep in just a little too late, and I'm like
That's like $1,000 down the drain.
I think it works out to like $70 a class.
What?
Like every lecture that you miss is like $70 or something like that.
Okay, when you put it that way, it makes you never want to skip class.
I don't
ever.
think I'm ever skipping class again.
I think
So
that was
if it's like a 2-hour class, that's like
it's a lot. No, it is, and because we were talking about it with Dr. Helson in second year history, and she was like, "Yeah, I did the math. It's like $70 a class, like per lecture, per hour long lecture.
Well, now
it's
I
like
feel
$70.
bad.
Which
skipping my Earth side.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what
I should maybe
my
start
only
going to
motivation.
my poetry class.
Yeah, come on. That poetry's costing you $70 an hour.
Apparently.
You have shows you're going to, Jake?
I'm playing the Social Science Student Council Coffee House on October 8th.
Is that the one with the blue poster that I keep seeing? Yeah,
That's the one with
that
the blue
looks dope.
poster. I'm gonna be playing it with Connor, my roommate.
Yeah.
We are Uncle
Is
Dirt
Uncle
Nap.
doing that one?
Yeah, that's Uncle Dirt Nap. It's me and Connor.
It's not like, oh, it's me, Jake, and Connor today. We're not Uncle Dirt Nap today, but it's both of the members from Uncle Dirt Nap.
No,
Okay.
it's officially Uncle
Nice,
Dirt
okay,
Nap.
that's good.
What
And we might be playing new. No, I don't think we're playing new songs there.
what's the genre for the folks listening?
What
do you-
It's like I play bass and Connor plays guitar, and
So that's actually not a genre. Those are just instruments.
I don't really know how to like place the genre. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
unless you
folky
ask-
If you
a
had
little bit.
if you had to place it under like a wide umbrella category.
I don't know,
Folk
like
punky,
folk
right?
punk.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
folk funky.
yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
I think folk punk.
Yeah.
I don't blame
I
you.
think-
It's hard to put your own music into a genre.
Yeah, I also
Genre-
don't want to claim
genres are
folk
weird.
punk.
You don't want to play folk punk because
No
you
shade
don't-
to folk punk
you don't-
out
in
there,
10
but
years,
like,
you don't want the allegations to come out,
yeah, you know.
and that's what happens when you play folk punk.
Yeah, no shade to folk punk artists out there who aren't, creeps. But
Shade, direct shade.
direct shade. But some people are like folk punk. Ew. A lot of people are. I'm going to see Wine Problem. Like, what is it? What do you know the day?
Is it the Palisade show?
Palisade 20
the 26th.
26?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Um,
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that in the night?
Probably.
Oh crap! I have
Why? We're doing Saturday
rehearsal.
night.
I have a rehearsal
For what?
for combo.
Of course
Oh.
you do.
Combo sometimes.
Do rehearsal at Palisade.
Dog. No.
Nice.
We had a rehearsal on Saturday, on Monday, and we were trying to figure out the ending for a song, and there was like 25 ideas flying at the same time, and every time someone would say something, they get halfway through explaining it, and someone else would go, "What if?" And we were like, "Dude, come on!" Every single time, it was it went on for 10
make a
minutes.
decision.
No, and it went on for 10 minutes, and I was looking at Quinn Jameson, the other drummer, and I'm like, I'm gonna end it all, and then we finally settled on an ending, and I'm like, so I need a 5-minute break. I just need a minute, actually.
Dude, that's kind of like, oh my god. Because I have this group of friends back home. It's like, whenever we try to do something, it's like we make a plan, and we confirm it, and then we're like, okay, but what if? And I'm like, we had a plan. And then we go and we debate about it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, we had a solid plan. Just stick to it.
Yeah.
I'm
Monkey core.
It's okay. I'm also very indecisive. Oh, I miss Ricky.
Also for future shows, me and Toshi are playing for Mel's recital. in
Oh yeah, I
February.
forgot. Yeah, if we can ever schedule a
What do you mean
rehearsal.
you and hold on? What do you mean you and Toshi?
Oh yeah, Michael too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Michael's
mean,
here too.
bro?
I've not been really closely reading the Instagram
Dog.
group.
and that's the clip.
Love.
And that's the clip.
Oh god. I just I'm like, okay, what's the updated rehearsal time? Because it changed 3 times yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
sorry,
also-
Michael.
I'm mad at you.
I'm
There's
sorry.
also a bunch of musical theater stuff happening around town.
Yes.
Oh, there is.
There's even at school there's 3 different groups. There's Theater Western, there's Kings, there's Huron. Those are the main ones. And then obviously they do operas here.
Robert's here. They also, last year they did a music theater production. Was that last year? was that the year before?
Working, right?
Yeah, was that last year?
That was
That was
last year.
last year.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what year it is.
Oh.
So there's a bunch of other theater groups around town. There's
Yeah.
theater. There's the Grand, which is obviously the big one. I think there's like, I forget their name exactly. I think it's like New Kids on the Block or something like that. They're
It's
like
not
a younger
band,
group. No,
isn't it though? Like
Maybe.
NSYNC.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure it
like a
is, yeah.
90s boy band.
maybe I'm thinking of that. But there is a group, and they rehearse in Covent
They rehearse?
Garden. Well, sorry, they perform in Covent Garden Market.
I hope they
Ooh,
were.
shout out
they've
Covent
got-
Garden for being
yeah.
a nice place to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Still
beautiful.
Oh, they've got some live
hidden
music there.
gem of
Oh, it's
London.
great. But they closed the Italian place that I used to get carbonara at. It was like $13 and they give you a big portion.
They've got a lot of good.
Some good food there.
They have some like pretty
vendors. I mean,
good live music there as well.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've done Tuba holidays there.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I've seen Dr. Hiron and Jim Winchell, who we were talking about earlier. And there's a few other people, and they did like a trombone quartet.
Yeah, quartet thing. Yeah.
That was cool. Except for this one piece, it was they did this arrangement of the Charlie Brown theme, and you know how the bass line's like do 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 do.
Sure.
And one of them had arranged it so that they split it up, and it was like in Hocket. It was like do 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 do. Except for there's 4 of them, and it's a 3-beat thing. So it was like do 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 do. It was terrible. And they were sight reading it, and halfway through, I think it was Dr. Hiron goes, cut, try again later, move on.
Yeah.
Hear that in his voice.
Yeah. Not university level preparedness.
Mm-mm.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah. But there's a few different like theater groups around town, and we're so close to Stratford that there's like Stratford Fest and stuff.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got salsa stuff, like a bunch of salsa stuff throughout the year. I think.
Yeah. They didn't do any last year, but the year before they did a lot of like paid gigs for us, which is nice.
That was nice.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know. Broke,
It was
and I
nice.
wasn't in the band, but
It was really nice. Marconi Club,
yeah.
Yeah.
Macaroni Club.
Macaroni Club.
And it's just, you just gotta get out there. You just gotta find out what's happening, because
No,
there's
really, yeah.
so much happening all the time. I mean, like it's not. We like to joke about it because we think it's silly, but it's not like there isn't a reason that we're like Canada's like UNESCO City of Music, right? Like there is some truth to that.
There is.
I mean, do I think there's probably better Canadian cities for that?
no. There's none.
You're right.
They got
All you
other
other
things,
Canadian
like-
cities out there,
No,
you're
music.
worse. No music out
You
there.
have no music. There is
No
no
music.
music
Got other
outside of
stuff,
London,
like
Ontario.
Design or something. I feel like Montreal City of Design, and I forget what Toronto is.
Well, Toronto's got other stuff going on. so-
Toronto's the capital of Ontario.
Exactly. So they've got other
it
stuff
all.
going on. Share the wealth, you know.
Yeah.
But with London,
We
really?
got it.
We got it.
Better than Brampton.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, you just gotta keep an eye out for posters. Keep an
Look
eye
out
out
for posters. Follow Stompbox on Instagram. Follow Girl Gets on Instagram.
Talk to people when you go out.
Talk to people.
If you talk to like, and everyone's so friendly in London.
Oh, everybody's so nice.
You go out to
Yeah.
a show like I don't know, like Lee from Wine Problems, super nice,
Very
and they'll
nice.
you'll be like, hey, I want to go see like a show, like, and they'll be like, oh yeah, there's like this one and this one and this venue and this venue, and I'm driving if you want to carpool. Well, Brett's driving if you
Yeah.
want to carpool. Lee does not. Well, I think Lee does drive.
Sometimes.
just not usually. Usually it's Brett. Anyway, but there's and everyone's so nice, and you talk to like, I don't know, Hubert, the pianist, he's a local pianist, or like Nathan from Juice Joint. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing this show here, or like, come hear us play here, or come to the jam session, or
Yeah.
actually the jam sessions have been a really big thing recently. Mostly Poacher's Arms, but they do a few other ones around town. They did one at Club Fuego a few weeks ago, which I didn't go to, but I heard they did one at Club Fuego a few weeks ago. Allegedly. But like, go out, talk to people, have fun, bring your horn. It'll be
Go
fun.
dance.
Yeah.
Go dance.
Dance
Don't
the night
stand in
away.
the corner.
Latin Passion Dance
Go
Academy.
dance.
Mosh it out.
Mosh it
Thrown
out.
around, get thrown onto the ground.
Mosh it out with
Yeah.
Fernando.
Mosh it out with Fernando. Oh yeah, mosh
Oh, yeah.
at the salsa gigs. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be terrible. You'd
That would
get
be
you'd
so
get
terrible.
kicked out
Go
really
get some
quick.
spin kicks in before you got kicked out at the salsa show.
We've got such a great music scene. You You just gotta get out there.
Just gotta get out
Just
there.
gotta get out there.
What's this outro? Kind of ashamed to say I've never fully listened to an episode of FoMSCast.
800 588 2300.
Okay, it's not that deep. Well, is there anything that anybody wants to plug before we leave? Any of the various things that you
There's a
do?
Wind concert on the 26th. PDT.
Isn't
I
it joint
guess.
with Symph too?
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
do too.
Symphonics there too.
I'm playing with Bulls on October 19th
Oh, the Bulls. I love the
at
Bulls.
Grogs.
Keep in mind this comes
Yeah.
out on the 11th.
Great. I love the Bulls.
I'm
I
just-
love
I'm
Bulls.
Yeah,
mentioning
there you go.
You can listen to Bulls music
Yeah.
on anywhere, I think.
On anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing a really good Halloween show at Grogs on October 30th as well. That's with Wine Problem.
You're gonna
and
say
Jungle
Monster
Daydream.
Mash?
Oh yeah.
I might do Time Warp. I think Time Warp's the one I was thinking of. And then I have a Superstore Crush show, Poachers, January 9th,
Let's go.
with Iconoclast
Mark your
Awesome.
calendars.
for one of their releases.
Mark your calendars.
I love Iconoclast. We didn't even mention them, did we?
They
Sorry, Iconoclast.
they do really good shows at Poachers. It's because they're like largely not a like that's really the only time that they coincide with live music. I want to say, but they're like it's a magazine, right? Like,
Yeah.
and club, and they release
Anyway.
issues.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Anyways, thank you for tuning into the FoMSCast. What we like to do is we like to harmonize on the word FoMSCast.
Oh,
Can we do that?
FoMSCast.
No, you just say FoMSCast and then it cascades up.
Oh,
Okay, ready?
I thought we were gonna like hit a chord. Sorry.
I also
can
thought
try.
that because you were like harmonize it.
Well, yeah,
FoMSCast,
we will. I'll start and then we.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
barbershop. Okay, ready?
Alright,
Make
okay.
it minor.
FoMSCast.
I have to be. I don't know.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
That was really great. I actually just hit the same note as you.
I know. You came in and I was like,
I'm not very good at singing. That's why I play an instrument.